Yo, yo, welcome to Now That's Certificial, the podcast. It's your boy C. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna get into this, man. Yo, welcome to Now That's Certificial, the podcast. Man, is it just me? Or I know you could tell by the title what we ready to get into. Mickey Factz versus Royce the 5'9". Man, is it me or is Royce acting like a bitch, man? He doing a lot of crying. Shit. I feel like he just wanna he can take it, but he can't dish it out. You know what I'm saying? He want to say what he want to say to a motherfucker, and he want to censor what a motherfucker say to him, and I ain't feeling that, man. So man, we gonna get into it, man. I just want to play a couple little clips off of the live, and y'all tell me what y'all think.
I was a little bit mad about how you handled when he was.
You
Okay.
sent me a text and you was like, "Yo, I'm not feeling with what that was," and I was like, "All right, well, let me call you." So I called you and we talked about it, and it was like, "All right, you know what? I jumped out the window because I assumed when you were on your rant that it was about Cass."
Now
Right?
you talking about
Right.
Okay.
So when you was posting on IG, from my standpoint, it was right after that interview that Cass had with
This
Math
Mickey Factz talking.
and Daylight. So I didn't see the interview, but I had heard about the interview. So and then you were posting, you were intentional with what you were posting, but it had nothing to do with Cass. But I assumed that it was. So I was like, okay, this is probably why he's going off, right?
Okay, yeah. So let me clarify something to you. All right. Now, one thing that I learned off of communicating with people via text or just trying to read captions and trying to you can't text expression.
This Royce 5'9".
You know what I'm saying? So when we use words like rant, we need to be really careful because there's a various amount of ways that can be taken. When I first of all, I don't go on rants, like unless it's
Man, is it me? And Mickey, he doing too much fucking explaining himself, man. He explained himself way too much. I understand he trying to handle this shit like a grown man, but man, Royce was calling them guys suckers and all that. Him and Lupe Fiasco, he was you know, he felt how he felt about them, and they got on wax and expressed themselves. They ain't do all that shit on live. And then he said he don't go on rants. Let's get back into it.
by some of the things Cassidy has been saying in the battle rap space, conversations y'all been having about the science of syllables. And I was intrigued by it because I thought us in Detroit was the only niggas who sit around and had those kinds of conversations. So I'm highly entertained by the way that he expresses himself in regards to the science of syllables. Even with the shit that I disagree with, it's funny. I like it. There's no downside to it. I have no problem with it. So, but there is pieces of it that if we had some sort of relationship, then that could be challenged. You know what I'm saying? So like when I started talking about the science on my IG, because I don't really know Cass like that, I made sure that I kept everything that I was saying really broad. So part of it was inspired by that, but it wasn't a rant. It was a reason to post different styles,
I wish y'all could see
different ways that I was approaching syllables, different ways that Elzai was approaching the syllables, Marshall from way back, from a certain year, you know what I mean? all of these things that correlate to the point, kind of like the point that I was making. And I was just talking about just competitive rap, really long captions, and just music. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a rant. It was just me talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I was done with that, by the time I was done with that, we had already had Ransom and fucking RJ Payne in the conversation. We was off to the races. We was having a ball. I was up all night. We was having a fucking ball. Everybody was laughing. You was in the comments laughing. Lou came into the comments. Y'all came into the comments. Y'all came into the conversation.
We came into the conversation.
Hold on, let me pause again. This is one of them incidences where you can't tell somebody how to react to your actions. You know what I'm saying? And he trying to control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? He doing a lot of crying on this motherfucker. Where the music at, man? We just want you to rap. Cause Mickey Factz, the Wrath, he killed him. He killed him. If y'all ain't into that, if y'all ain't tuned in, go check out The Wrath by Mickey Factz. It's the Royce the 5'9" disc. And he beheaded him, man. He killed him. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. We waiting for Royce's response. You know what I mean? He doing all this talking. We want the response. Let's go.
Well, I came into the conversation because I found it fire that you was posting your shit and niggas, because the posts are up. So I was just like, damn, this nigga's going off. This shit is fire. This nigga's posting fire shit. Fire shit. Fire shit. This shit is hard. That's all I was doing, right? So then now when RJ posts what he posts, right? You have a specific energy that you put out there. So I was like, oh, okay, this nigga got this type of energy. All right, that's what's up.
Explain that.
Wait, let me finish. Royce, Royce, let me finish. Right? So when you posted what you posted in response, I was like, that's hard. You know, that's how he feel. When I saw RJ response, I was like, all right, the way RJ responded in his post, it was like, all right, you know what? Let me hit Royce and see if we could just get on live to talk it out. Now, me inserting myself into that, if niggas feel like that was me jumping into a conversation that had nothing to do with me, when I saw that, it could have
everything at that moment right there that you're talking about, everything was still all good. You know what I mean? Like I can understand somebody from maybe the outside looking in, looking at it and maybe coming to a conclusion that rappers have a problem with each other because so many rappers in the past have been so fucked up toward each other that they ruined the reputation for us. But if they knew the nature of me and RJ's relationship, they would know that the very first time I ever heard of him, I went straight to his site and bought every album on his website.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well,
he's been to Detroit multiple times. That's my man. We talk all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. Outside of this situation here, I like what Roy's doing. I like what he doing. I like the conglomerate. I like the fact that he giving other MCs their flowers and things of that nature. But what I don't agree with is you can't, and he keeps saying like they keep calling him the bully, and it's because he try to control narrative. He want to say what he want to say, but then he want to control what you say. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not realistic, man. It's just not realistic. And the fact that Mickey on here, no pun intended, Mickey Factz, the fact that he on here explaining himself, man, ain't helping.
Like that don't need to be Clive. He did step in there with his Philly on, just to make sure everything was good. That up, and we started getting into the conversation because niggas is not used to having these kinds of It's still weird to some niggas.
Right, but that's the reason why I wanted to have that conversation, because as you like you just said, he came into the live with the aggression. So I wanted to make sure we had that conversation so that everything got squared away and then we could laugh about it, right? So that was intentional on my behalf to make sure we had the conversation. So it's like, okay, this is what it is. Boom, boom, boom. Now that that's out the way, let's have this conversation. Boom. So now we have the conversation. Everybody's good. Everybody's laughing. We do a second conversation. Niggas is sharing music. Look, this is what we want to do. We want to do this. Da 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 da. Boom, 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 boom. And then it gets to the Cassidy situation, right? And that's where me and you have the conversation offline. We talk. I'm like, all right, you know what? I fucked up. I apologize to you privately. I was like, I'm gonna do it publicly with Cass, and we're gonna have Crooked Eye on the live so that everything is squared away and we can have another discussion about how niggas put they shit together from different regions. That is literally what I was trying to do, because I didn't want you to make a live or do a whole post that you did. That was not intentional. I wanted us to have that live that day. You couldn't make it. Cass was late, so we had to reschedule it. But by the time we was trying to reschedule it, it was too late. You put your post up because you went off of what I had already did. You know what I'm saying? He was thinking what he was thinking. So it was like, okay, you're trying to squash it because at the end of the day, you don't want that shit attached to your name. You said this to me privately. You said it publicly. You don't want the word beef attached to your name. Cool, I get it. So I understand that point. I understand
Rap,
that part
niggas.
from that
Fuck
place.
all that.
So it's
Rap.
like, I bet. The conversation at that point.
Fuck all that. Royce, it's time to rap, player. We want to hear you rap. You know what I'm saying? He is a lyrical giant. But I don't know how he gonna come back from this one. I just think I kind of think that Mickey kind of gave him a blueprint to what he, you know what I mean, for him to be able to come back. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things he was saying, not only in this live, but you know, it's more to this live, basically, that I'm not gonna play. But I think and Mickey just trying to explain himself so much. He just gave him ammo. The fucking the style switches he did in the Wrath. I think Royce gonna try some of that. But we gotta wait and see. You know what I mean? We gotta wait and see. Clearly, these guys they've been building with each other online, and excuse me, establishing a friendship. But apparently these guys not friends. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to something else I wanted to touch on. Friends, man. I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy to do a cleanse, man. Not only just a body cleanse, but just a circle cleanse. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, reevaluate the people around you and weed out the unnecessary weight that you carry. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that when I mean friends, family, co-workers, associates, just whatever. You know what I mean? A lot of people walking around carrying dead weight, and I'm not one of those guys that I'm not a no new friends type of guy. You know what I mean? I like to meet new people, because I have a clear understanding that, and I've touched on this in previous videos about some of the people that we hold close support us the least. You know what I mean? And I believe it'll be a stranger or someone that you meet maybe later in life that'll turn your life around, that'll help you level up, reach those goals. So I'm not one of those guys that claim I don't want no new friends. But I still do have, my childhood friends. And just meeting new people. I don't need no friends like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need I don't necessarily need a friend like the ones I already have. I already have those friends. You know what I'm saying? I need the next level relationships. And all I'm saying is just keep an open mind. Don't be don't block your blessings. You know what I mean? In the words of my man French Montana, don't block your blessings, because you never know where it's gonna come from. And that's it, man. Stay focused. We leveling up, man. That's my mentality. We focused on the level up. So it's now that Certificial the podcast. Royce, we waiting on you, bro. You know what I mean? Other than that, man, smash the like button, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? Share, hate. We accept it all over here. You know what I mean? It's now that Certificial the podcast. It's your boy C. And we out. Peace.